Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was. I was gonna end things. These two gentlemen here said, "Hey, let's go for another 30. Let's give them another EP." So, welcome to part two of as us uh, of our synopsis of the industry dying before our eyes.
Yeah, yeah, man.
And I'm going
Sometimes
for
you
the
gotta
word
keep a
again.
good conversation going.
I'm going for the word changing before our eyes. I don't feel like anything ever dies. It morphs into something new that we now
It's
can
dying.
use.
I like that.
I know, but I don't feel like I'm ever gonna get like I forever my lady, Tevin Campbell, all of that from 1990 to 1994 was like really any R&B song made in that time got me.
Fact.
You see what I'm saying?
Fact.
So
Yeah, but that's
I-
you.
I-
You
Nah, that was
represent a
everybody,
focal
man.
point in the stream. That's what my point is.
shout out to the
Our
people that
time,
make real R&B, man.
Yo, so I will say
there's
this.
real R&B now.
I will say this.
Just
R&B definitely took a downfall. Anybody who's, even you can find people this day and age. They may not have grew up around it, but you start putting them onto it, guaranteed they gonna love it. At the end of the day, man, I'm just gonna come back. R&B songs is gonna come back like bell bottoms. Watch my word, man. We
can't-
just in this in between stage. They coming back, man. I'm like, you can't.
Those are
classic
they're
songs.
Classics. They're classics.
Yo,
We didn't pay respects last episode, but rest in peace to Frankie Beverly. You know,
yeah.
it was a lot of songs that he made that my mom was listening to. Rest in peace to her as well. I didn't know who I was listening to when she was playing him.
Maze?
It was him.
What?
Yeah.
Well, because I just didn't know the names,
Yeah.
but I knew when she played Isley Brothers.
Yeah.
I knew when she played.
This felt like another one of them.
Yeah, it wasn't as it was just different. It was just different. But rest in peace to him. You know what I'm saying, and condolences to his family. You know, and all of his fans.
Yeah.
But even with that said, like just music like that, man, it's just like I am not moved by a lot of this music in this time.
Yeah,
It's
but
hard,
that's the
man.
thing. We're not in a moving time. So it's like every decade is sort of known for something. It was called the Roaring Twenties, and all the dances were all like this and bippity boppity. So that means if you really like that mental atmosphere, by the time the 40s came and 50s came along and things got streamlined and calmed down and quieted, you were like, hey, where's the bippity boppy, cats?
Yeah.
Where is the groovy boppity bam?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, the world's moved on from that. So to them, the music died. To them, the music
Facts,
died.
facts.
So I'm
Bars.
saying to you,
Yeah.
R&B will die in that sense, but to your kids, they will have a whole new genre of music that facilitates the love that they need the music to hit. Because like R&B was our voice of how our heart felt. It may become K-pop by the time our kids, and that's just what it is. I'm just saying something totally different.
I know.
Whoa.
And the day
That was
But
a stretch.
no, it wasn't a
we're
stretch.
gonna be
It
old
wasn't a
going,
stretch. It's like what he's saying.
No. I get what he's saying, and
You had a harmony, you had a bridge to the bridge.
And where's my third verse? Where's my third verse in these songs?
So here, this is what I want to say, man. Right now,
Rest in peace to the third verse, man.
yo, right
We don't
now,
even get that no more. The songs are a minute and 42 seconds.
Yeah.
The albums are
Everything-
45 minutes.
That's because everything is catered to what they was allowing on SoundCloud and all of that. You know what I mean? Because you only got to record for.
They act like the
2
whole
minutes or
the
something.
whole world on meth.
Yeah, but look, check it.
not.
I just want to tell y'all how y'all sound right now.
Like he said.
No, y'all. The thing is y'all sounding just like our grandparents sound.
He just said that.
That's
when
what
we
I'm
was
saying.
playing
that means you're
rap
on
music.
schedule.
You know what I mean?
That's what my
At the
point
end of the
is. That
day,
means
you
you're
gotta
on
learn to
schedule.
adapt. And
Yes.
I'm not gonna say. The only reason why I said K-pop was a stretch when we was talking about.
You know what
R&B,
adapt sound like? Accept.
Adapt. No, man, you gotta adapt with the
I'm
time.
supposed to just say okay.
No, it's not. It's adapting.
music-
Adapting is not accepting.
It's music
If you go to the
and the Browns.
if you from the
They're
city,
both trash.
if you from the city and you move to the country, you gotta adapt to your surroundings. If you get stuck out there in the woods, you gotta adapt to your surroundings. That's what survivalists do. And in this world, you gotta learn to adapt to what's going on around you. That's just what it is.
And that's what I mean. So as things change into a world where the emotional outlet for music is no longer R&B and it becomes Christian lyrical, and we're not supposed to understand why it's that. We're just supposed to adapt because the world picks. If we're in disagreement with the world, we're only showing that we're picking that swing music was where it's at. Groovy, guys.
But
There will always be people in every generation who thinks that theirs was the best. And you know what? They're right, but they're not adding, oh, theirs is the best example of swing music from the 30s. Yes, we fell in love with R&B music from the 80s and 90s, and it's the best. But the music also didn't have...
It's the best.
Listen, this is the piece of the what I was trying to get out, the end piece of what I was going to get out the last part. I thought K-pop was a stretch, but that's only because when I'm thinking about 80s, 90s, R&B, 70s even, the closest that I think to that right now is Neo Soul. And Neo Soul hit. You start talking about Giveon, you start talking about Summer Walker.
Snow Allegra.
Yeah, Snow Allegra.
Shout out to Snow Allegra.
That's like the new R&B, man. Neo Soul is the new R&B. It just ain't as big. It just ain't as big and didn't catch on as much as R&B did back in their time frame. But that's the new R&B right now, and it's a lot of great artists out there, man. Y'all need to check these artists out if that's not what y'all on.
Hold on.
And that's it.
Just one time for part 2. And shout out to Lil Lena.
Yeah.
So when you think of that, if that's and that's my point. It's not that K-pop will become the thing. I was using K-pop as the
Just wanting. Yeah, right.
Insert brand, insert genre here that's currently not. And the point is that when it changes into that, when it naturally morphs into the next thing, our job will be to find the artists that are new. We just haven't heard about them because they're not being played on the FM radio.
I have a question. And this
new artists on CDs now, and they're not on FM radio. So if we're still listening to the FM radio, we're not going to find that artist that.
I was just going to ask you, but I'm going to ask both of y'all. In your time where you were to be like a guardian, you know what I'm saying, a parent for you, and you know what I'm saying, you being a guardian or whatever, what music did you go to, or what music did you feel like it was your obligation that this kid has to know about? It's like my kids obviously wasn't around when Lion King was made, right? But I, as a parent, it's like, hey, check this out. You know what I'm saying?
You treat it like The Wizard of Oz. So our mom made sure you guys have to see this movie because this is a classic.
Exactly.
This is what a childhood needs.
What music are we passing down like that? What music are we making it? Like I said, what music are we making it that obligation?
We loved it.
You already know the answer.
We loved it, and at the
I don't.
R&B.
No.
No,
I'm because the Lion King was a specific.
Yeah,
it was.
You said what music though?
What song? What song are you? And it's gonna be different for each one of y'all. That's what I was asking. That's what I was asking individually, not we as in a collective. My bad.
Man, I don't know, man. I put my daughters on to so many songs. They all R&B. Normally, it's got some like uplifting message. Like I made sure.
Go ahead.
You know, Whitney Houston's, I believe the Children of the Future, some shit like that. Why y'all laughing?
I'm trying.
Like, that's real shit. Like, songs like that.
That nigga said, "Hey, Peanut."
Yo, come check this out.
They're on 95 South. This nigga in traffic talking about,
He played it
hey, yo, Peanut.
right from Coming to America.
Say, I know you the future Peanut. That's how it went. I know that's how it went.
Oh yeah, it'll be right. You know me. You know me too well. Hell yeah, it'll be some shit where it's either I'm driving with it or
You said, yes, that's how it went. That's exactly how it
either
went.
I'm driving with it
Oh, you definitely driving with her.
or because
Or you lost her. Or you lost her in the house.
Anybody that's you talking about? Yeah, but no, it's like anytime, like I'm in the house, not even 24/7 in the house.
Only man I know to ever lose his kid in the house. I'm telling you, real story.
He's switching it up.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Tell your story.
No, I don't need to tell the story. I'm just letting them know that you are the only parent that I know that has ever. Cause see, it's a parent thing. It's like, damn, where my kid at? And then it's like, damn, where my kid at? And he went into Jolly. Yes, man lost his kid for like 15 seconds in his own house. It was great.
And she happened to be sitting right next to
Oh, she was right there. She was right there.
Nah, you can't like piece the story though. If you gonna tell,
No, I don't have to tell the story.
That's
It's better.
the last piece
It's
you have to
better.
add to.
It's not because now they like, what the hell going on?
She's not like stranded somewhere. We just never found her. Like, she's okay.
Nah, but we know that. She's still around
I
right
don't know.
now.
I don't even know if you lost your mind or your kid. So
Nah, man, like he said nobody's ever done it but me, but I'm telling you right now,
I never saw it.
anybody else, hit the like button.
Hey.
Make a comment.
Tell us in the comments.
If you've ever
Lost your kid
just like got
because he about to act.
got hooked into something.
Move the goalposts.
Got
Here's the goalpost.
got locked into a situation where you like all in that situation, and then all of a sudden you realize like, yo, I ain't heard from my kid in a minute.
And then you yell for them and what?
Yeah, you yell for them and they right behind you, but that's because
You didn't do that, nigga. You was almost outside.
all right, yeah, like I told you to tell the whole story. Now you still trying to piece stuff in.
He went through the.
Still trying to piece stuff in.
We was watching football and he casually looked at me and said, "Hey, yo, I ain't heard from Peanut." So I swigged my beer and I said, "Cause I can see her." She's sitting right there. So I look at him and he like,
Listen,
"Where's
man.
she at?" I said,
He trying to piece things together bit by bit, yo. Let me just go ahead and fill y'all in real quick on
"She was
what
in
happened.
better."
So the thing is we sitting there watching football. The way my living room was set up,
Was perfect for this
And-
situation.
so I'm sitting on one couch. Joe is sitting on another couch. I got another couch that's not in my peripheral. So I'm watching the game, and it just dawned. I'm like, yo, I ain't heard from my daughter in a minute.
He
And
asked
I
me.
scanned the room.
And he asked me.
I asked Drew.
Very casually.
acted Like,
See, no, no, no.
He acted. He's sitting over there. He already know, like he said.
You gotta take
But
him.
he didn't inform me that he knew. He wasn't gonna do that. He
You
played
didn't.
into it.
You're not in this. For the sake of this story, to make the story better, and I'm not going to fabricate it, but you're going to sidestep the fact that your demeanor when you checked with me for your kid was very cool. Okay, so when you swigged your beer and was like, "Hey, yo, Drew, where Peanut at?" And I'm like. And I look her dead in the eyes because he's right there. I shrug the shoulders, and then you say, and then I see your heart start beating.
Yeah, that's a natural parent reaction. Like, what do you mean I skipped over that step? Yeah, I'm going to be cool
Heart
at
start
first.
beating.
Once you said you didn't
And you
know,
sprint to the-
like,
and
where
you
the hell
sprint
is
it.
my daughter?
And you sprinted to the door.
Exactly, because once again, let me finish filling y'all in.
And then you put your hands on your hips
Let me finish filling
like
y'all
an action
in real
figure
quick.
and
So the thing
yell
was-
the infamous.
The thing was, yes, I was calm at first. Once he said he didn't know where she was
put
at,
his-
I scanned the room.
E.
I didn't immediately see her.
Question.
So, and my front door is wide open. My daughter is like 2 years old. So I'm like, yo,
Question.
did she run out the door? I
have
don't
a
see her
question.
right now. Like, yo, why you keep like, yo, tell the story.
I
You
want
gonna
no,
tell the
because
story.
I'm just gonna make it even better for the people. I want to know Why did you put your hands on your hips when you yell for your daughter?
Yo, I put, that's just what I did.
You-
Can't explain it.
you were
Maybe
very-
that was like a daddy moment.
That's what
Like,
a
yo, what the hell is
superhero
my
does.
kid? I don't
What a
know.
superhero does.
Like, yo, I don't know what that. I
called-
just felt like the right
it's
thing to
called
do
a
at the
stage.
moment.
Straight
It's
superhero.
called a stink.
Hey,
Some
I
people
love
their
it,
life for a
man.
little
But yeah,
panache.
little Tootie was right there. She was sitting right
Right
there.
behind me. I sat there and screamed. out the
Make sure
door.
she watched this episode too.
Sat there and screamed out the door. Shout out Peanut, man. Love you to death, mama. Yo, I screamed out the door. And, you know what I mean? As I'm yelling, yo, Peanut! She like, right
You
behind
didn't yell
me.
Peanut.
I was like, Jalea, you know?
No, you didn't yell like that either.
Yeah, I'm
you
not going to just go crazy in the house. You
You
know what I mean? I'm not going to do
That
it
nigga
exactly
yelled.
how I
Hey,
said.
he yelled like.
Oprah.
And you know how you know how in movies when they looking for somebody and they're in the woods and they end up going all through the woods and they end up and then they end up at the end of a cliff and they're like,
Crazy
damn,
part,
there's
yeah,
more
like, that's not
space.
a
So I'm just gonna yell to this
natural
open
parent
world.
response. Yeah.
I'm just gonna yell to this open world.
I'm
Oh,
trying to
man.
make. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know where he on right now. I'm telling you right now. If I feel like my daughter walked out the house and I don't know which direction she went, I'm trying to yell as loud as I can. I'm trying to make my voice hit a 15-mile radius.
This
if
is
I
making
can.
the story even better because now they're understanding. Because for me, it was entertainment. Because I knew my little cousin was good. She was right
Yeah.
there. And I knew that due to you standing up fast and not just checking right over here in your rear view, your little blind spot right there over your shoulder, that you would have just thought your kid was gone forever for 2 seconds.
Facts.
And it was very
Yeah.
dark fun to me. But I don't know. We got a little bit of time. We was still cooking about the music industry.
We tried, man.
You
We
said-
tried.
no, your last
You
question.
segued.
Yeah, the last question was what's going to be the classic that we want to give to them, and my point isn't to pick one, but my point is to how often now I laugh when I do hear music, hip hop and R&B from the early thousands, and how it instantly sounds like a classic to me, and I realize, oh my God, my neck, my back. And you know what? It's true.
You're
Hold
not
on.
playing that for the
Hold
season,
on.
though.
Hold on. You said your neck and your. One more time.
My to every generation, it sounds like it's not serious until it's attached to your stream of time. And now all those non-serious Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. When that song first came out, again, many people thought of it as like a Weird Al Yankovic album. People thought in that lane of thought and train of thought when they were thinking.
Hey, this is only because it's your drop. You're not lying. I'm dropping your drop, but that is facts. Everybody put him with Weird Al
and
Yankovic.
some novelty.
Not in New York, they didn't.
No, I'm saying when people just
Like
hear not knowing
initially,
him,
just
they're
initially.
hearing,
Not
There's
in
this
New York,
white.
they didn't.
There's this white
I'm
rapper.
telling
He
you that.
raps really fast. People thought of it as like, oh, isn't that cool? Isn't that cute?
Can we
Look
stop?
at
Can
that.
we stop one for 1 second, Tony? Not for a week, cause I don't like letting shit slide. Like you said, like, oh, we ain't do that.
I'm trying to
when
tell
people
you.
when people heard him, unless you just had that appreciation straight, like from the rip, it was exactly what Tony said. It was like this dude is making fun, and see we weren't we weren't old enough. We weren't old enough. Like right now, we can get into a debate about defending rap, about defending like the integrity of it, the integrity of that. We was just saying that this dude is making fun, and he's tapping into like fictional characters to get raps off. You see what I'm saying?
Listen, like I
AKA
listen,
Mr. Yankovic.
All right, so like I said, man, if that's the way, that was the mentality, that's the way they was looking at it up there in Cleveland, I'm not taking away with the way I was looking at it. People in New York, the conversation was different. They was hearing what he was saying along with it. Yes, he was having fun with it, but they was hearing everything that he was saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like,
And again,
they was already on that. Yo, you hear what he's saying?
So again, the major point isn't what we're saying being an exact thing. We're just saying that the door was open for you to interpret him as being a corny person before you gave him the credential of saying, no, he's really good. Just because we were in a time period where you laughed at anybody who wasn't black doing something that we deemed black, just as much as we would laugh at any black person just saying, I'm doing a
country music,
country album. We would
Darius Ruckus. Look at how they was doing Darius.
The very first one, and
Hootie and the Who's.
And now we respect that as classical art. And to me, that's what I'm saying now. When I listen to that, I go, oh, these are the ears that in real time our parents heard Slim Shady and thought, this is stupid. And many of them can still think, that'll never be a classic. Whereas now we like, that's a classic. If you want to hear Missy Elliott, Super Duper Fly, that was fun. Again, we made. It wasn't that we didn't think of it as art. It was a part of us that laughed along with it in real time as not being serious.
Guess what song I listened to when you said Timberland? And I just thought about this, and it came across my algorithm. I listened to Timberland and Magoo. Rest in peace to Magoo too, but I listened to Love You, and that song is absolute fire. It's nothing today that's going to be created in that pocket of just everything was just situated. The voices, the way, the deepness of my voice, the ambiance of how the lights is hitting in the videos. Like, that was a collection of talent on a song. That song, you know what I'm saying? It's not to be recreated. But what I'm saying is, I was just saying that from what he just said about Timberland. I just listened to it, but we are. I'm not gonna say that in this episode alone that I learned, like, okay, we got to move on and this is what it is. But I'm gonna say, like, what we used to get in our music, it's over for that. It's over for that. It's just.
It's something else.
Nah, I don't believe so, man. That's just me, man.
And my answer to the question that I posed to y'all, I try to keep Mom's Voyage to Atlantis alive.
That's a good one.
I play it, and when Pooh hear it, Drew and Zay, when they hear it, it's like, hey, this is Grandma's song. Mm-hmm. It's the only way I know how to present it. Like, that's it. Like, it's almost like, it's like putting a Holy Grail on top of a Holy Grail. And it's like, if you don't accept this, something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? But this was her song. And rest in peace to our mother, you know? Miss her dearly. And she always said, just keep on doing that podcast thing. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. And I think about that every time I sit down here. I always think about that.
And that's it, though, because you think back another layer into it. What were her parents' favorite songs? Yeah. And it's like, oh, do you know? She used to talk about that. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's up to us to remember that, to get past that down. Mm-hmm. My mom's mom yodeled. She liked yodeling.
Right.
She liked yodeling. It's like, I would never think that. So now, when I'm somewhere randomly and I'm in a movie and there's someone who yodels, it instantly makes me go, oh, my grandma. And if I didn't know that fact, it would just wash over me.
It'll go right over your
they
head.
was doing the polka. And it's like, okay, yeah, some other culture, they do that. Now I have an attachment to an art form that wouldn't necessarily be there. So it really is important for us to pass not only our favorites, but our parents' favorites and what they said their parents' favorites were. Because it's like, when I hear some of those songs now, it's like, oh my God, these are the songs that set up the reality to make sure I'm going to exist. This song is that ancient from my bloodline. It's not just a passing casual song anymore.
Yeah, well, thank you to everybody that tapped in, everybody that sat here and watched part 2 of our our discussion
Drew
about
Network.
how we viewing the
Drew Network.
Change.
the change.
You a fat Faison lie.
Yeah, what it do, man?
And we gonna get up out of here, y'all. It has been super fun. I'm gonna call this one super fun because this was
It's fun, man.
this was a good one. It was well rounded. I like the way everything went. Hey, I do want to say before we get out of here, shout out to Cam and Mace for getting on Unc for saying talking about he don't be saying pause, and they went up there and they went and found the files. And he was telling Ocho, "Oh, pause, pause, pause," and they went back and forth, with, having fun like we all do. But he told Cam and them like, "Hey man, y'all say that too much, and that's some kid shit." But shout out to Cam and them, and
Shout out Cam.
I like the way they wear suits too. I don't know how y'all feel about that. Like one day we just get on here and we just super fly. What do y'all think about that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna hold you, man.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like.
I'm not asking you to hold me.
See, here you go, man.
Tommy, here you go. I ain't gonna hold you. Nigga, I don't want you to hold me, nigga.
Nah, man.
I got a beautiful fiance that'll put her arms around me whenever I need. You heard?
Pause that, man. What is you talking about?
You said you want to hold me.
Well,
Well, you told me you're not gonna hold me, so I don't know.
thanks for joining me.
Exactly.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, do all that good stuff. Hey, it has been
Your
fun.
favorite song that's gonna be a classic tomorrow.
Yeah, we used to listen to 107.3 The Wave in Cleveland.
And Pillow Talk.
Oh, the appetizer for love.
Y'all know about that quiet storm.
We know about the Quiet Storm, 92.3. You know what I'm saying? I remember when they switched up I remember when that R&B station went to like pop, and I was like, what is this? Like, why am I listening to NSYNC?
Tri-state area. I know if you my age, you remember that 98.7 Kiss FM.
Hey, what did y'all used to listen to back then?
What you mean?
What station y'all
What
listen to?
station? 90. It's always gonna be a hater, man. You know what I mean? It's always gonna be a
All right, hey, it's been fun. Y'all listen to 97, Power 107, right?
Hell no.
Y'all ain't listen to Power?
Power 107 nowadays. It used to be 98. It used to be 97.1.
97.1. Shout out to 97.1. Hey, he's probably still listening to AM stations on his way to work too, nigga. He got a rotary phone and some more shit. It's been fun. It's time for Andrea and Steves and them sons to run. Remember, cleanliness travels like defense. Take that with y'all, man. That really means something. We got a t-shirt line that's coming too, y'all. We're gonna start building some shit. We're gonna get y'all t-shirts and all type of extravagant stuff.
That's it, yo. High-end leathers.
Rest in peace to Maggie Smith.
Who are these people?
John A.